Hello students, Michael Sanchez here with Jen.
Hi.
So far we've gone through Wohlfart 1 and 2, and we also did a video trying to encourage you guys to do Wohlfart. So now we're going to actually do Wohlfart number 3, which is a moderato. It's all 16th notes, don't be too freaked out by that. But the new thing with this piece is that it's in G major compared to what we just did in C major. So let me just kind of give you guys a recap overview of going from C major to G major. So the biggest thing that's changing, Jen, is the second fingers, right? Mm-hmm. With going from these keys. Yep. So when you're in the key of C major, like we just did in Wohlfart 1 and 2, we had low 2s on the E string, the A string, the D string, high 2 on the G, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Once we hit G major, which is in Wohlfart 3, now we have F sharps, so now we have high 2 on the D string as well. So it's 2 high on G and D, low on A and E. Now if you guys are not sure what low and high is, I always think it's higher pitch, lower pitch. So if it's a high 2, it's closer to me, closer to your head. Or if it's low 2, it's farther away from you. Now what's really important with these low and high 2s is that you're tucking them close. So with a low 2, you got to make sure it's hitting that first finger. Mm-hmm. And with a high 2, you got to make sure it's hitting that third finger. These are really good exercises to really practice that, because in pieces, a lot of people that don't practice scales and don't practice like Wohlfart, they don't quite hit those half steps right on, and that's what makes like pieces not sound as good. Mm-hmm. So really good to practice intonation in this piece, and it's got a bunch of 2s and 4th fingers. So Jen, let's go ahead and have you do the first couple lines. And this one we don't want to focus as much about getting to the tip, but just on, let's really think about our bow grip, keeping our thumb curved, and trying to get a nice smooth sound, so we don't want a stiff sound. We want like that. Nice vibrato. Very good. So, great job, Jen, with the intonation in there. Definitely something to work on for you guys out there. Make sure that you're using your tuner, like we've mentioned in the previous lessons. And did you guys notice that Jen was playing more at the tip? So she was kind of playing up here. That's actually really good, because it's easier to play a lot of times when we have pieces like this at the tip. But we also want to practice it maybe more towards the frog as well. So you guys could play it, you know, maybe the first time like Jen did. And then maybe try it here. And it's going to test more of your bow hold to do it here, because this is a little bit easier maybe to do it here. I actually shouldn't say that. Some people struggle more at the tip depending on what they're doing with their arm. But either way, I just highly recommend that you do it in both spots, because it's good practice. Alright, so I want to go to the third to last line, the third measure, because there's actually kind of a tough little tricky spot there, because we have a couple 4th fingers, some 2s, and some jumping around from the A to the E string. So let's go ahead and start there. It starts in an open A. So remember, third to last line, third measure. Oh, you're right there.
Oh, second measure. Gotcha.
Good job. And man, does that violin ring. I actually want to play your instrument. I'm going to do the first couple lines for you guys to watch out there. Actually, a quick mention too, this instrument. This is one of the Dario Giovanni violins that are on my site, superiorviolins.com. You guys can see the quilted maple back. So every time Jen comes over for a lesson, I always try to steal it from her.
He does.
So yeah, very good sounding instrument. So you guys can just tell how much it rings. And you've really enjoyed it so far?
Yes, I love it.
Better than the one I was playing for sure. Alright, let's start from the beginning. I'm just going to do the first two lines. And I'm going to do it at more at this part of the bow. Ready, go. If that was too fast for you guys, please slow it down yourself and play it, slower at home. Don't feel like you have to play it that fast right away. One thing I noticed when I was playing, and I think a lot of you guys might struggle with this little part, is in measure 2, when we cross over from the A to the D and then come right back to the A string, really try to make sure that you're using your small muscles to cross, because a lot of students, what they do is they use your shoulder to kind of bring the bow up and down. So they're kind of forcing the bow down, forcing the bow back up, and it makes that kind of sound. So I hear that often in this piece. That wasn't you, but that's very common. So make sure that you're pivoting really relaxed. So you're putting your elbow in different spots. So here, here, and here. But you're not actually using the big muscles to bow. You're extending and bending. So if you're getting any sort of bounce or any sort of squeak sound, it definitely has something to do with your bow grip. Thank you so much for watching today's lesson on Wohlfart number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and please watch Wohlfart number 4. You're going to learn a bunch of new things, and please stick with the series, as I promise you towards, maybe not tomorrow, but a couple months from now, you guys are going to really see the difference in your intonation and your playing. So, thanks so much for watching, and Jen, do you have anything to say?
Keep practicing. Lots and lots.
That's the key. Guys, have a good day.